Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Stephanie. If you are new to my channel, please like and subscribe. Do turn on your post notifications. I try to post at least once a week. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. So today we are going to be recording the Q&A and recovery of my breast augmentation. I'm just going to go over a few answers that you guys did ask me. The cost, the cost, the doctor, what was my recovery like, my pain, what did it include, how was the process, etc. As I did travel from Nevada to Tijuana, Mexico. Let's get to it. Let me just have a little sleep. Let's begin. So I did end up going to Dr. Hurtado Vidal in Mexico, Tijuana. I did get a few quotes from different doctors and he was the best quote. He did have a 10% off going on. But I also really like that he is in a hospital setting, so he does his surgeries at a actual hospital instead of their own clinic. I just felt like I was a lot safer if anything went wrong. We were at a hospital, so I knew they had all the material and all the equipment if needed, you know what I mean? Like if I needed like blood transfusion or I don't know, an EKG, or you know, you just never know what can possibly go wrong because with every surgery there is a risk. But before these surgeries, so you message them. I messaged him through Instagram. They asked me for a picture of my breast from the front and from the side, and then they let you know what you need, if you need a lift or if you just need the implants. I did not need a lift. I only got implants. So my quote was $3,300 US. So at the moment I was like, okay, cool, that's awesome. Like he's having that was with the 10% off, and he was giving a $100 gift card of Victoria's Secret for getting that procedure as well in that month. So I booked the appointment. You have to send a $200 deposit, and then she sends you all the pre-op instructions, which include of course included blood work. You have to get your blood count. They have to know what blood type you are, if you have HIV, how long it takes for your blood to clog. I think those were the only ones, and like to see if you're diabetic, if you're pregnant, like a HCG test. So then once you have those, because the hospital will not allow them to perform surgery if they do not have those test results. So you send in the results, you go the day before to the doctor's office, to his consultation, to his consultorio for your consultation. And then he kind of goes over he'll go like see you, he'll tell you what he thinks is best for you, over the muscle, under the muscle, over the muscle. I know he is only doing gummy bear implants now. I don't believe he does saline or like the textured ones. And so we decided to go under the muscle. So then they give you like the paper that when you check into the hospital, like they know what medication to give you and what procedure and what doctor, etc. So and of course the hospital's address and the time that you have to be there. You cannot eat 8 hours prior to your surgery, no water, nothing. So my last meal was at, not meal, but like last drink was at before 9 o'clock in the night, and then I just went to bed. I woke up at 5. I took a shower like you guys saw in my vlog. I showered with antibacterial soap and then we went to the hospital, checked in. So now that we went over the doctor and the price, I will go over what the price included. So it included a night stay in the hospital if you needed, and of course meals, all pain meds are included in the night stay and in the payment that you made along with your implants. They also included your surgical bra, which not many plastic surgeons include, which is actually really neat as well. It looks like this. Many of you already saw it in my video as well. If you have not, make sure you check it out. It is a Marina Recovery surgical bra, and you want to make sure you buy one of these with these. So this one's clips from here and clips right here, and you want to make sure you buy one with a strap, just because this will go over your boobs and it will help them push down, because right now they are very high. Mine aren't as high as they were the first day. They were swollen, they were high. Today is, I believe, April 1st. I got my surgery March 5th. So I am about to be a month post-op, and I honestly stopped wearing this about 2 weeks ago. So I only wore it for 2 weeks, just because I feel like I just stretched this out so much. It wasn't doing much for me, and it was just really uncomfortable. So they usually do also say, do not quote me, but I am in a surgical group, and they say that when you don't get a lift, you don't necessarily have to wear those surgical bra all month long. You just kind of let gravity and, you know, your boobs do its own thing and relax. So yes, this was included. After surgery, he did give me this card. It says the surgery day, the name of the doctor, and my name, and where you have to register your implants after you get them. In the back, it does have the lot number of the implants, the serial number, and the implants of the left and right side, and how many cc's. So I did 620 cc's for both. That was the next question. So I did go big. I went 620 cc's, and that is, I believe, a double D. I was literally like a B before, so I definitely went big. He did tell me that he was gonna see how big my pocket it was, and so he was thinking it was gonna be between 560 and 620. So when I did wake up from surgery, that was the first thing I asked. I was like, oh my goodness, like, how many cc's did he do? And they're like, oh, he did 620. And I didn't realize how big they were, but I'm glad I went big, because I know many women do small, and of course it's up to you and what you want and what look you're going for. But I know a lot of women go small, and then they wish they would have gone bigger, so then they kind of just have to wait till it's time to change their implant. So then I stayed in the hospital one night. It included all of that. So afterwards, he does prescribe you vitamins, of course, and then he gives you a pain and antibiotic. These were the two that he prescribed me. Ketorolac, I think it's in English, and Cipro, along with vitamin C, iron, and I can't remember the other vitamins, but he does provide them. And that's how it was. So I was completely fine, just very out of breath and tired the first 2 days. But the third day, when I slept in the hotel, it was hell. When they say the third day and fourth day is the worst, it's the worst. I thought I had a high pain tolerance, but let me tell you, I was like, okay, I gave birth naturally to 2 kids. What can possibly be painful? It hurts my incisions. was to the point that I was texting the doctor and I was like, please help me. What can I do for my pain? And there was nothing. He was just like, you just have to wait it out. Like the third and the fourth day is the painful day, and that the rest of the days are going to be a lot smoother. So when I got home, I was just very, very, very tired, very uncomfortable, very out of breath. It was just because you just feel so much pressure. Your chest is stretching, you have a lot of weight on your back, so everything was just hurting. I did try CBD. I did have leftover hydros from when I got my wisdom teeth removed. Even that wasn't helping. And I was drinking arnica tea and arnica pills. The arnica pills were just little balls that I bought at Whole Foods. They were about $8 and they actually taste like candy. They were really good, and I think that helped me a lot as well, just because I felt very suffocated, very out of breath. I would literally walk from my car to the entrance of my work and I was like so definitely, that's, if you're able to rest, please rest at least 2 weeks. I got my surgery Thursday and I went back to work Monday. And oh Lord, I just remember my back was hurting. I was just very uncomfortable, and I would get tired so easily. I would like rest. I would, because it was so much on my back, and it still is. It's definitely something I have to get used to, but yes, definitely recommend for you to at least take 2 weeks if you have to. If you can, I mean, you're literally, God bless my boyfriend's heart, because you're so sore from your arms as well. Like you can't really lift them. Like literally, I couldn't do anything. I was so useless. And so my boyfriend was washing my hair, he was showering me, he was helping me use the restroom. He would drive for me when he could. He would help me around the house. He would, you know, help me with the kids. So that if you have somebody that can help you, get somebody to help you. And be ready for that. Be ready to basically not be able to do anything for at least a week. I did drive myself to work, but basically I was driving like this because you cannot lift your arms. Also, another thing that I wish I knew was that just the suffocating feeling. I remember I constantly was just like, and even now and then I catch myself doing it because I like feel like I'm running out of breath, or I don't know if it's like a panic attack. I don't know, but you definitely, if you experience that, it's normal. I experienced it as well. Your wound care is probably the next part that is important. From your recovery, you want to make sure you're not stretching. You want to make sure it's not getting moist. I did get a small infection on my left one, but from the beginning you could tell that was going to be my problem incision. So I was constantly cleaning them with white vinegar, and I just would let them breathe, just because my surgical bra, I think, was too small as well. So it was really like rubbing on my incisions. But definitely wound care is important, and if you do feel like you're getting an infection or something, put white vinegar. I promise you it does not hurt, and just let them dry. You don't want to leave it moisture. You don't want to leave moisture. Another tip I do want to give you guys, if you are going to get your breast implants, is get some stretch mark oil or cream. I did get vitamin E oil cream and this, and I would just put it on my breast. I put it on my breast the night before I scrubbed it with antibacterial soap, and then I started putting it every day after the shower, every day, because you will get stretch marks. Your body's stretching, your skin is stretching. And then what's another thing? I think after like 2 weeks I was finally able to move, and you know, do things around the house. I did obviously have to take breaks because you still run out of breath. I still run out of breath, and I'm barely gonna be one month post-op. But I say 2 weeks is the toughest. Also, you want to make sure that when you're booking, sorry if it's all over the place, but when you're booking, you want to make sure that you I know some girls have like, well, where can I get my blood work? Like, do I have to be in Mexico to get my blood work? You can ask your primary care doctor to order those labs for you and just send them over whenever you do get those results. And I think I kind of went over everything. If I did miss something, please let me know. I will be happy to answer, do an updated. But also, I think I don't want to say I want to recommend you guys to the plastic surgeon that I went to, just because I'm not sure. It is a process. Remember, it's a process. Your boobs do have to drop, and then they fluff up once your muscle relaxes. They're just so up here because your muscle is just freaking out. It's like, what's going on? Like, I have something in it, like, you know, so it's freaking out. So once it relaxes, it expands, they drop. So I can't tell you guys that I'm happy so far, but I just want to wait to see the final results, and so I can tell you guys, yes, please go to this doctor. Like, he's the best. He is very nice. He does he's very professional, and he has great deals. But I just don't want you guys to come back at me and be like, Stephanie, you told me to go to Dr. Hurtado and he totally botched me. So please do your research, ladies. Don't go to any doctor that's not board certified. I had a few doctors in mind that gave me a super awesome quote for Mother's Day, but then I looked more into it and they're not board certified, or, you know, so you just don't want to go to somebody that's not board certified. I stayed in Mexico for 3 days, and then I came back home and we did my post-op visit through camera. So I hope I really answered all of your questions. If you do have any more questions, please feel free to ask. And thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next